Branched-chain amino acids have a host of anabolic, anti-catabolic, and ergogenic effects. But as far as I'm concerned, one of their most potent benefits is their reduction on post-workout soreness, and it can be quite significant. So you might not appreciate it at the time, but you definitely will afterward. That's why taking BCAAs during a workout can be quite beneficial. The key though is to take a sufficient amount of BCAAs. According to Olympic strength and conditioning coach Charles Poliquin, he recommends a minimum of 20 grams during your workout, and I tend to agree with him. Okay. Now, for most people to get that amount in, they usually resort to powdered versions. And the problem with powdered versions is that they usually are loaded with artificial sweeteners. So it's not something that you want to do on a consistent basis. That's why I'm much more of a fan of capsules, not tablets because they're not digested well, but rather capsules. And so taking 1 or 2 caps between sets, intra-workout, within your workout is the best way to do it. The problem, however, with most capsules on the market is that they use gelatin caps. And gelatin can compete with some of the amino acids for the receptor site. So it's not ideal. A far better choice would be veggie caps, which unfortunately for the supplement company, it's usually more expensive. But veggie caps is what you're looking for. That's what we have in our peri-workout formula. So getting the right type is important. Using capsules instead of a sweetened powdered version is important. But the other thing to look for too is the ratio of the branched chain amino acids. So many times you'll see a ratio of 2 to 1 to 1 of leucine to isoleucine to valine. Okay, this is an ideal ratio because this is what's found in nature. But lately, a lot of these companies have been boasting that they have a higher leucine content. Well, that's not necessarily ideal, okay? In fact, it can be counterproductive because if you go too high in leucine, the other amino acids can't keep up. So it drives something called the mTOR pathway, which is a very anabolic pathway, okay? So mTOR goes up, but nothing gets made. Protein synthesis may actually go down, okay? And on top of that, you may trigger the response of other cells to increase, okay? For instance, it may promote cancer down the road. We don't know. We don't know what the long-term consequences of that is. So if you see a company that's boasting a 3 to 1 to 1 ratio or even a 4 to 1 to 1 ratio, it doesn't mean that it's better, okay? It was Vince Andrich, a sports nutrition expert and the author of the Sports Supplement Review, that brought this to my attention. I heard him speak on the topic once, and I think it's very important that you get the right BCAA ratio. So look for a 2 to 1 to 1 ratio of leucine to isoleucine to valine.